Imagine you've bought a $50 ticket to a concert. On the night of the event, there's a massive thunderstorm. You'd have to drive an hour in dangerous conditions, you're already tired from a long day at work, and you know you won't enjoy the show as much as you anticipated. Do you still go? Why? Or picture this. You've ordered a huge meal at a restaurant. Halfway through, you're uncomfortably full, but you push yourself to finish because you don't want to waste it. If you've ever felt this way, you've experienced the sunk cost trap. The sunk cost trap occurs when we continue a course of action, not because it's the best choice moving forward, but because we've already invested time, money, or effort. Rather than making decisions based on future value, we let past investments dictate our choices, even when sticking with the decision is irrational. Let's look at a few famous examples of this trap in action. The Concorde project. The British and French governments spent billions developing the Concorde supersonic jet. Even when it became clear that the project would never be commercially viable, they continued to fund it for years because they had already invested so much. Or the Volkswagen diesel emissions scandal. In the early 2010s, Volkswagen was caught falsifying emissions data for its diesel vehicles. Instead of admitting fault and shifting focus to cleaner technology immediately, they doubled down on legal battles and brand messaging to defend their existing investments. This prolonged the damage, costing them billions in fines and long-term reputational harm. Far more than if they had pivoted earlier. Step 5 of Enabling Empowerment's decision-making framework, Perform Economic Analysis, helps us avoid the sunk cost trap by evaluating costs and benefits objectively, not based on what we've already spent, but based on what will create the most value moving forward. When we allow sunk costs to influence our decisions, we risk throwing good money after bad, making decisions based on past losses rather than future opportunities. So how can we escape this trap? Here are 5 strategies. 1. Reframe the decision. Instead of asking, how much have I already invested, ask, would I make this same decision if I were starting fresh today? 2. Recognize emotional attachment. Acknowledge that your commitment to a project may be emotionally driven rather than rational. Step back and assess the decision objectively. 3. Seek external perspective. Ask a trusted colleague or mentor for their view. Someone without the emotional attachment can often see the situation more clearly. 4. Use opportunity cost thinking. Every time you stick with a bad decision, you're giving up the chance to invest resources elsewhere. What better opportunity are you missing? 5. Set predefined exit criteria. Before committing to a project, establish clear success metrics and cutoff points in advance. If those aren't met, move on. Understanding the sunk cost trap will help you make faster, smarter choices that free up your time, energy, and resources for what truly matters. Instead of staying stuck in commitments that no longer serve you, you'll develop the ability to cut losses decisively, redirect efforts toward higher value opportunities, and make future-focused decisions with confidence.